In the year 2020, a guy named Danny Goller did something that I think was a stroke of genius. He took something that would otherwise be extremely complex to teach someone and simplified it so that anyone could experience it. What he did was he brought in some lasers, some cameras and some people, and he gave them DMT and told them to look into the laser. Now what many of them saw was what Danny and many others before Danny are calling a code of reality that is embedded within the fabric of space itself. This is where the term space isn't empty becomes practical. But the thing is, mystics and seekers have been telling the world this for thousands and thousands of years, that space is filled with information. But what Danny did was he created an area with an intensity of light that made it easier for people to focus. But what should be known is that you could repeat the same experiment using the sun's light. It's just that it's a lot more difficult to get a focus because the sun's light is dispersed more. Everything you've ever seen, mountains, oceans, cars, people, traffic lights, the sky, the sun, the moon, is only a fraction of the universe. But it doesn't mean that nothing else exists. All it means is that your eyes can't currently perceive it. Human beings naturally assume that what they can see is reality itself. But evolution promised survival, it didn't promise us the truth. Our eyes evolved to detect only a narrow bandwidth of the light spectrum, and these things were for finding food, recognizing faces, survival. Reality didn't stop where our vision ended. It ended where evolution decided it was useful. Visible light is only a tiny slice of something much larger. Beyond red lies infrared waves, microwaves, and radio waves. Beyond violet lies ultraviolet, X-rays and gamma rays. These things surround us every second of every day, passing through our bodies, passing through our home, passing through the earth itself. Now we can't see these things, but they're still real. The majority of people believe that the visible world was all there was. Even with the belief of God, the unseen forces were something to be skeptical about. And now we've invented new ways of seeing. The microscope, the telescope, infrared cameras, radio telescopes, X-ray imaging. Suddenly, hidden galaxies appear. Invisible heat becomes visible. Entire structures of the universe emerge that no human eye had ever witnessed. Reality had always been there, we simply lacked the means to perceive it. Every major breakthrough in science has come through opening a new window on reality. The microscope revealed bacteria, the telescope revealed galaxies, particle accelerators revealed subatomic worlds, gravitational wave observatories revealed ripples in space-time. Each discovery expanded our perspective and our picture on existence. Now for me, the obvious question becomes, have we gone as far as we can go, or is there still more aspects of reality that we need to open the window on? Or at least most of us. The electromagnetic spectrum feels extremely vast, but it's not the only way that reality carries information. Gravity carries information, neutrinos carry information, quantum particles carry information. But how much of that information is the primitive mind able to perceive? Is there more to the domain? History encourages humility before assuming that we found everything. Imagine standing in your living room, radio waves are passing through you, Wi-Fi signals pass through you, Bluetooth, GPS, satellite communications. They all occupy the same space simultaneously. But here's the thing, nature itself possesses different frequencies, different layers that most people have not yet learned to perceive. This is where the topic of UFOs gets interesting. Because today you can still find people that say these things don't exist because they haven't seen them. Yet you can also find hundreds of people who have perceived the same UFO on the same day at the same moment. So how is that possible? But this isn't how everyone always perceives them. There are some occasions where people are looking beyond their normal range of perception and seeing these crafts. Every revolution in physics began when observation challenged accepted ideas. None of them were obvious beforehand. I can guarantee you that future discoveries will reveal entirely new interactions. Whether you want to call them ghosts, spirits, aliens, UFOs, UAPs. The point I'm getting at here is there are entire domains of intelligence that exist amongst us that we're unable to perceive because of our approximations on reality. The limitation isn't reality itself, it's your observation of it. Each new instrument has expanded the universe. There is another way to expand perception without using technology. We currently already have the instruments that allow us to perceive reality at a deeper level. Ordinary perception isn't limited because of your senses. It's limited because your awareness is being filtered. From the moment we was born, our mind has been learning to label things, to categorize things, to predict things. Eventually, we stopped seeing reality directly. We began seeing our interpretation of it instead. A lot of people talk about yogis and seekers going into the mountain or going to solitude. The reason is because they're trying to remove the layers that society has put on them so that they can then perceive reality from a non-judgmental view. Because that's exactly what's happening. We're all constantly looking out into the world and projecting our program onto it, telling it how it works, telling it what it is. So essentially the world just begins to reflect what you're telling it is. And what that says is that reality isn't being created from the outside, it's being generated from the inside. So if you're somehow able to quieten down that noise that is being generated inside of you, you'll be able to perceive the reality differently. There's also a skill to this. We spoke about the experiment that Danny Goller did, but some people didn't actually see the code. Once you quieten down your internal dialogue, there is actually something you're supposed to be doing with your eyes. Here's what I'm assuming happened, is that some people were looking through the light, other people were looking at the light, while the people who actually saw the code were looking into the light. Now what I'm getting at here is that there are different ways you can focus your eyes. Just like a camera, you can blur a focus or you can bring it back into focus. Now you need to do the same thing with your eyes and space itself, while the mind is quiet. Now you can see a variety of different things in this space. You can see code, you can see structure, you can see shapes, you can see beings, you can see what people call UFOs. What also begins to happen in that space is, it's not just your eyes that have changed their perception, your sense of hearing has changed too. If you was to hear someone speaking, what it begins to sound like is that it's coming through a telephone. Considering all of that, what we're beginning to understand is that consciousness or the mind is flicking through a bunch of frequencies. We are anchored into a very narrow bandwidth of those frequencies. There are many more that exist that reveal new layers of reality, new experiences. It isn't isolated incidents. These experiences go back hundreds and thousands of years, and there are still people today who are reporting the same experiences, reporting seeing the same things, reporting seeing the same patterns, the same beings. When that happens, it goes beyond just speculation and isolated incidents. It becomes a science. But here's where we're finding the difference between modern day science and esotericism. Science seeks to improve the instruments, the esoteric seeks to improve the observer. They're both asking the same questions, just from different directions. Now imagine trying to explain color to a creature that has never seen or perceived color. It would be easy for them to deny it because they've never perceived it. When it comes to these topics, humanity, or most of humanity, occupy that same position. They deny its existence, or they're skeptical about its existence because they are unable to currently perceive it, not because it's impossible.